I remember growing up as a child and spending an entire year making my Christmas list. And while those are all fond memories, those aren't the memories that have really stuck with me today. I don't remember what I opened up on Christmas morning when I was 7 years old, but what I do remember is every year my family would adopt another family for Christmas. Whether it's through adopting a family, packing a shoebox, or feeding the homeless, Christmas is a time that we can serve others. I'm joined by Shelly Calcagno, Director of Family Ministry at Crossroads, who's going to share with us ways that we can serve and make memories with our families during Christmas. Thank you for joining us, Shelly.
Hi, Tanner. It's great to be here today.
Well, the Bible says in Galatians 5:13 that we should absolutely serve each other humbly. But I think what's so important is not only to serve, but to serve with our families. Why is that so important?
Well, I think we want to raise children who care about others. And I think that if we do things as a family, it's a good way for kids to watch their parents serving. You kind of do it together, so it becomes part of who you are as a family, and hopefully it becomes like something that kids just kind of take to heart and they want to carry it on. It becomes part of their life. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
And I think a lot of times Christmas for kids, they can get so wrapped up in me. What am I going to ask for? What am I going to put on my Christmas list? So you've put together some things that can encourage kids to serve with their families. So walk me through some of these exciting things.
Yeah, well, the first thing that I thought would be a good thing for a family to do is to put together a Christmas dinner. And we all know people in our lives who've maybe gone through a hard time through illness or financial struggles. So I think if we think of someone we can bless and then take the kids out shopping, grocery shopping together, pick all the things that would be in a Christmas dinner. Of course, the turkey needs to be here. I don't have one here right now.
But takes up too much room.
Yeah, and then the kids can make a card and just be part of blessing that family. And sometimes, too, this can be very costly to do. So even if you had a couple families that got together that you're friends with and just kind of do it together, that would be probably fun, too. So
definitely. And I think that it's so important for children to see the fruits of their labor. So I would encourage people to take their kids with them as they deliver these this food.
Yeah, and just see the big picture of everything.
Right.
Yeah. Another thing here is just some mason jar gifts, and I love mason jars. This past year has been my kind of obsession.
And they're very cheap.
Yes.
So anybody can do it.
Yeah. So I think to have kids think of someone in their life. I asked my kids this week, who's somebody in your life besides, your teacher and, the people you see every day, who's somebody that's really blessed you, and how can we bless them this Christmas? So we did a few jars here. This is a manicure, pedicure jar with some hand cream.
I'm going to take this one with me.
That's a fun one. And this is a soup mix that you can put together, some winter soup. And I did a cookie mix here.
I'm going to steal that one too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Borrow.
And this one is a winter warm-up kit. So I thought that would be great for a crossing guard or a bus driver. It's got some gloves, some hand warmers, some hot chocolate in there. So
that's so great, because that's things that you don't think about. You don't think about blessing the crossing guard.
Yes. I like to encourage my kids to think of someone maybe who's behind the scenes, someone who maybe doesn't get recognized as much. Who are those people, and how can you bless them in your life? So,
absolutely. Yeah. I love that idea.
Yeah. And so the next one I did are some serving coupons. So these are really fun too, because the kids can make them themselves. And it's interesting because for some people, if you know your love language, for some people their love language is acts of service.
Right.
So I think like making coupons to give to people in your life. Which ones did I do here? I had a free car wash.
Oh, man.
If you live somewhere with snow, you could, do some snow removal. This is a good one, a night out. You can, for a young family, offer to watch their kids for a night so they can go have a date night. So kind of see where your kids are at. My kids are teenagers, so this is a good one. So now all my friends are going to drop their kids
if you're watching
at my house.
This is the one that she wants for Christmas.
Yes. So you can just kind of be creative with that, and based on the gifts that your own kids have, think of how they can serve other people. So.
Absolutely. I love that idea. I remember doing that when I was growing up for my parents. It was like a free back massage.
It's kind of fun. And the other one, I have a gift wrapped here, and I think it's really good to take your kids shopping to buy a gift for somebody else. And there's lots of toy drives happening. There's lots of angel trees. And I always think, I remember when my kids were little and we would do this, I would take them to the store and I would be like, okay, we're going to the store and we're going to buy a gift for somebody else. And it might even be something that you really want, but we're going to go buy for someone else. We're not getting anything for you.
Wow.
This is not about us, right? And that just teaches kids that, there's other kids around them that they can bless, and that it's not always about us. On Christmas, you'll get your gifts, but right now we're going to
Absolutely.
care about somebody else.
And
so.
that's hard for
Yeah.
kids to do. But you know, another thing that you can do kind of along these same lines is kids are getting so much for Christmas, so you can encourage them to go into their own closets or whatever it may be and pack up their own gifts and then deliver it to these children who need it more than they do.
Yeah, there's definitely lots of opportunities for kids to bless others in that way. So.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I think another way that kids and families can serve together is through volunteer work.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people don't know about the volunteer opportunities that are out there. So walk us through some volunteer opportunities.
Well, I think a lot of it depends on your community as well. And I think we just have to look around our own communities and see where we can serve. And I think it's also good to take your kids somewhere out of their normal comfort zone. So like, for instance, later this week, my daughter and I are going to help at this inner city ministry, and we're going to wrap gifts there for their big kids program. And so that's kind of like out of her comfort zone because I wanted her to see a bigger picture of you know, what happens in other communities, what happens in places where we don't live, and how she can be part of that. So I think we can just look around. Most of our communities have food banks. Most of our communities have places that do Christmas dinners that you can serve at. I noticed last week on Facebook someone was posting in their community that the Salvation Army kettle was looking for volunteers to go, you know, ring their bell at one of their donation kettles. So like, what a great thing to do with your family. Just go and spend a couple hours there and just, you know, there's so many things to do. I think you just have to know your family and just think about, you know, creatively what you can do to serve and look for those opportunities. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that another way that children can serve that we don't really realize is even a service is through showing gratitude. That's definitely an act of service. So at the end of the Christmas season, you can make it a family project and you can write these thank you notes and decorate thank you notes that you can deliver to the people that you received presents from.
That's a good idea too. We have in our house, and my kids are teenagers, so some of these things we work on a little bit, but we have like a grateful jar. And so, you know, we want to, once in a while, let's write some things that we're thankful for too. So even after the Christmas season, to think, you know, send thank you notes to everyone, but also take some time just to reflect on, you know, how we've been blessed. And I think all of these things just help plant that seed in a child's life for other people, right, at a young age. So hopefully as they grow up, they're going to just have that heart of service and thinking of other people.
Sure. And I think also that Christmas is a time where kids think about Santa. And I think it's so important to remember the true meaning of Christmas is about the birth of Jesus and to show Jesus' love. So in all of these acts of service and serving as a family, how are we able to show the gift of Jesus and not just do these serving projects to get on Santa's nice list? Yeah,
well, I think, I mean, when we look in the Bible, like, you know, showing kindness to other people is so important. So I think reminding our kids that, you know, we're doing this not just to do it, but because we're doing this because, you know, we've been told in the Bible to be kind and compassionate to one another, you know, and to just share God's love. So it's all part of an extension of that.
Sure, and in each little note also, I mean, you could include a little scripture verse in here as well.
Yeah, or on our little tags here, you could put a little Bible verse here as well.
That's so great. So we can find all of these ideas on Crossroads 360, right?
Yes, and we also have Crossroads 360 Pinterest. So I went and I pinned a lot of these ideas there so that our Pinterest friends can go on there and get some great ideas as well.
Well, really, I'd like to just take you home with me because I'm not very creative, so it would be nice if I could get you to make me some coupons. Well, this is great. Well, Shelly, I appreciate you giving us all these great ideas, and I encourage everyone out there to serve this Christmas season, but not only serve with your families. It's so important to make it a family group effort to teach your kids how to serve during the Christmas season.